So I was debating back and forth whether or not to make this video, because whenever I talk about Doom on this channel, it tends to not go over that well. And the reason for that is because my opinion on the Doom series tend to clash with the general opinion on the Doom series quite a lot. For example, my favorite Doom game is Doom 3. While I liked Doom 2016, I did not like Doom Eternal. Stuff like that. Like just various differences of opinion. But of course, differences of opinion is kind of important for any kind of healthy discussion and growth of a community. So, I've been sharing my thoughts as much as possible anyway. But today we're also going to involve politics, and that kind of always aggravates things, which meant that I really had to think through whether or not I was going to make this video. So, Doom Eternal has cosmetic items. Every month they run a big event where you can gather XP from playing the battle mode or the horde mode or just the regular stages and unlock various cosmetic items like, new suits for the Doomslayer or the demons or weapon skins, stuff like that. And last month of June, they did a event called Tropic Like It's Hot, which, despite sounding like a tropical themed event, was more barbecue themed. Like, you could dress up the Mancubus in like a hot dog costume, and like the altar for the Doomslayer had like fries and ketchup and stuff like that on it. It was kind of strange and surprising because, of course, June is Pride Month, and most games did Pride themed events and unlocks. Now, I'm not saying Doom should have done that. I'm just surprised it didn't, because a lot of other games did. And I was, thinking about this, and I figured, well, maybe they were worried that it was going to get backlash because people see queerness as inherently political, or, maybe they just didn't even think about it, because it's not like they've been making efforts to represent anything really in Doom, because it's not like, if you put a Mancubus in a hot dog, you're not representing hot dogs. Like, it's just, you're just putting a fun thing into your game, It's not really saying anything deeper. But then July came around, and for July, they're doing a 4th of July themed event called Oh Slay Can You See, where you can get like US flag themed cosmetic unlocks, and like the Slayer is called the Patriot Slayer and has like an Uncle Sam hat and USA branded across the chest, and the big bald eagle and flag altar to stand on. And I found this very strange and kind of tasteless. Like, for starters, only the US celebrates the 4th of July. So it's very odd to put that as a month-long celebration in a game played internationally. Like, probably most players aren't celebrating 4th of July. It's just really, really, really strange. Like, having it on the day of 4th of July as like a specific thing, maybe, but on a month-long event, really. That's odd. 2, 4th of July is incredibly political. Uncle Sam is military propaganda, US military propaganda, running around with a USA branded across his chest and in, Stars and Stripes colors. If that's acceptable, if that's okay to promote that for a month in Doom, then suddenly them not doing Pride Month feels very, very, very strange. Because then it's definitely not about it being political, because this is politics. This is like straight up patriotism, which is political. That is politics. But third, and this is the thing that bugs me the most, and the reason I really wanted to talk about this, it goes against the Doomslayer's, like, backstory. So, if you don't know, in Doom Eternal, it's revealed once and for all that the Doomslayer is the same Doom Marine as in the original Doom. And in the original Doom, I don't have the game with me right now, but I have the novelization here. In the original Doom, the reason the Marine is on Mars and Deimos is because he was on Earth in the US military, and his commanding officer ordered to fire on civilians, which the Doom Marine refused to do, so he assaulted his commanding officer and was put in military arrest and moved to the Martian military base. That's the backstory. It's in the novelization, it's in the manual for the original Doom game. It's like, it is the backstory for the first Doom. It is key to the Doomslayer character. And since then, the Doomslayer fights for humanity, not for the US. The US military wronged him. The US military was framed as pretty horrible. The US military have also been, using the UAC as a weapons contractor. That's part of canon. So, like, for him to be branded with US military propaganda, even just as a joke, is so disrespectful to the character. And it really, really bugs me, because it's emblematic of a larger theme that we've been seeing in pop culture, where stuff that had maybe not a forced message, but some kind of internal message about, militarism or capitalism or corporatism, stuff like that, it gets just sort of watered down until it's no longer part of the themes at all. We see this with stuff like Rambo going from, First Blood, which is a story that criticizes the US military and the US government for actions about the Vietnam War and mistreatment of soldiers coming back from the Vietnam War, to Rambo being in Call of Duty, a military co-funded military shooter. This is ugly and, in my opinion, incredibly disrespectful to the Doom canon, to just the original game at all. Like, it's just really disrespectful. I don't like it, and it's been bugging me for 2 days now, so I decided to make a video on it. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who think it's fine, don't think it's a big deal, because, like, oh, it's just a fun skin, it doesn't mean anything, da-da-da. Yeah, well, if so, then why wasn't there a Pride skin?